up, guys? Basement Breakdown here. We're back with another video. We'll be running down the next fight night, which will be Ian Machado-Garry versus Carlos Prates. This is a late notice fight. Prates was supposed to fight Jeff Neal, and Ian Garry stepped in. Yeah. They also didn't even really tell him the opponent, I don't think, or something like that.
I love it, though.
I love
just game. I love guys who are just game.
I do too. And I think a lot of people, and me included, we're kind of hating on Ian Garry for a while. Maybe that's because of his marital situation. Maybe that's because of...
he took his wife's last name.
Her ex-husband's his nutritionist,
He takes care of their kid.
Yeah, lots of stuff. But it's okay. Besides that, I also didn't like how the way he dealt with Neil Magny and certain situations.
Yeah.
He was definitely making himself out to be an asshole. But after that Shavkat fight, I think a lot of people gained a lot of respect for him.
And the MVP fight.
The MVP fight did piss me off a little bit because afterwards he gets in the post-fight press conference and he's like, in the second round I landed a shot and hurt him, and I've watched that second round back and there fucking was nothing. There's nothing. But yeah, that was an impressive showing. I like Ian Garry. I like that he's stepping up to fight Carlos. I think this really builds his brand. And it's good. He has a lot to lose considering how he just fought a guy who was about to fight for a title, and now he's fighting way down in the rankings. But
is Carlos 13th?
Yeah. So I think we should start off at the beginning of the card. Is that all good with you?
Yeah.
And we might not know all these people, but we're gonna have to get it done.
They don't even have odds listed for this first fight.
Nope. And that's the way we like it, guys. It is a women's bantamweight matchup between Chelsea Chandler and Jocelyn Edwards. Chelsea Chandler's 34, Jocelyn's 29. Same height, similar dimensions. Chelsea Chandler has slightly worse reach. My eye test already tells me that I feel like we don't need to spend too much time.
No.
My intuition's telling me Jocelyn.
Yeah. She has the age, slightly better reach.
Yep. And that's kind of all you need to know.
That's all you need to know, especially when it comes to some of these women's fights.
Let's just see if she's coming off of a win. So she's coming off of... Alan Perez is actually a good fighter. So she's coming off of a She's coming off of a submission win against Tamiris Vidal, who's kind of shit. And then she, lost to Alan Perez. And then in 25, she's fighting Chelsea Chandler. Chelsea Chandler beat Jose Nunez in 2024. That's kind of big, I guess. And then she lost to Yana Santos. She's a big girl, Chelsea Chandler. Kind of fucking jacked, actually. But yeah.
Oh, she is.
She's giant. Wow. Okay. I still think she's...
It's always the age that gets me.
The age, yeah.
When you're in your mid-30s, it's tough.
And you're a woman.
Yeah.
And you're 6-3. And then the other woman has much more experience, is a lot younger. Also coming off of a win. Jocelyn. Yeah, we're going with Jocelyn. We're going with Jocelyn for our first pick of the night, guys. I don't see why we wouldn't. All right, next fight. Roberto Romero and Timothy Kiwamba, or whatever the hell. All right, these guys have similar records, very similar in age. Dimensions are very similar. This is a little bit of a tough one, I guess.
Reach is about the same. Height.
Timothy's coming off of 2 losses. Funnily enough, they both have a similar loss. David and Nama beat both of them. Okay.
And the odds are, it's basically a pick'em.
Oh wait, what am I saying? They did not fight the same guy. Blackie OG, my bad, guys. This is a bit of a pick'em. I think that I want to go with Roberto Romero.
Yeah.
Ah!
I'm gonna go with Romero.
I don't know why. I just really want to. This is going to be a bit of a pick 'em. I don't know too much about them. They're both not great records inside the UFC. Both of them haven't won a fight.
Very similar records.
Very similar. I'm going to go with Roberto Romero, second round KO.
Second round KO.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right, let's do it. Let's move up the card. Another
women's fight.
Another women's fight.
Polyana. My girl.
Polyana Vienna and Jacqueline Amarim. Okay, she's 29.
32.
32. Similar reach. Okay, so we got a veteran basically. Well, I mean, they're kind of both similar age.
Polyana's coming off 2 losses.
Yeah, to Jillian Robertson and who's the other one? Lasmin Lucindo, who's not a bad fighter actually. Let's see Jacqueline. I just need to. I don't like it when
Lost to Richie.
Okay, yeah, Jacqueline's gonna win.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, Corey McKenna and Vanessa Diamopoulos are not great fighters. This is recency bias.
Yeah.
Let's just go with Jacqueline Amarim. I don't like it when I see a chick with 2 losses.
Yeah, coming off 2 losses.
Unless it's Sam Hughes.
You're fighting someone who's 9-1.
Mm-hmm. Probably gonna lose that.
Not Polyana.
All right. We're going with Jacqueline Amarim. Do we have a specific method? I think it'll be a decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. Okay.
I don't see a lot of knockouts.
No.
In these divisions.
There was a card though. I think it was the Fight Night in Malva versus Delitia too. Or no, not in Malva versus Delitia too. That never happened actually. Vittori versus Delitia too. There was a lot of chick knockouts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have next Malcolm Wellmaker versus Cameron Saman.
I like Saman.
I do too.
A lot.
Who is that? Who did he last fight?
He's coming off a loss.
Against Peyton Talbot, yeah.
Right.
I remember when they fought. And then after that, he lost to Christian Rodriguez. He beat Terrence Mitchell. I do like him. Yeah, and then
I think this is another decision.
Fuck. And then Malcolm, this is definitely his first fight in the UFC. Yep, it is.
Yeah.
It's the machine.
Undefeated.
I mean, Cameron is definitely going to be an underdog.
But I think he'll be motivated.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think he'll be motivated. I think he comes back. I know I was looking at it a little this morning, and Malcolm apparently has some decent takedown defense.
Decent takedown defense?
Which could worry me a little.
I've just seen Cameron fight, and all his recent fights scare me.
Yeah.
A lot. I really do like him. I do like him. I don't know really Malcolm Wellmaker very well. I just see that 8-0 and I see that
he's making his debut, so.
Yeah. Frick. I think it
also has a pretty heavy reach advantage.
That's also, I see, yeah.
71.
I gotta go with a Malcolm Wellmaker.
Malcolm, I'm gonna go Simon.
Yeah, go with him. Yeah. Okay, so we got a split pick there.
Split pick there. This is another pick 'em though, according to Vegas.
For sure. We don't really know. I'm gonna go with Malcolm.
Either way, though, I think we're in for a decision.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it's gonna be a grinded out for one of these guys.
A grimy decision, possibly split. I'm going with Malcolm. All right. Oh, next, let's see if we can get this right. So I predicted Damon Blackshear's last fight to a T.
Mm-hmm.
I think I said second round submission, but or something like that. But yeah, so Damon's fighting
Alan.
I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. Alan Teg Haley.
Alan Tang. The Mongolian Knight.
The Mongolian Knight coming off a win versus Clayton Rodriguez, and then he lost to Chris Gutierrez. My heart's just telling me immediately Damon Blackshear.
Yeah, I like Blackshear.
I really do. Oh yeah, submission second round. Yeah, that was the one I called. I foresee another submission. Although he was getting fucked up in the first round versus Cody Gibson in his last fight, but I really like him on the ground. I see another submission for Damon Blackshear.
I agree with that.
Yeah. I'm going to go with it coming by way of the third round this time. Third round submission for Damon. We move up the card.
Damon, I'd like to see him get a win.
This was a fight that was going to be on a previous card. I forget which one. It was a recent card, but it got canceled, this fight, so they moved it to this one. Chris Gutierrez versus John Castanda. This takes place in the featherweight division. Chris is 33. John is 33 as well. And John has a considerable reach advantage over Chris.
Yeah, this is supposed to be on 313.
Yeah, right? 313, yeah, that was what it was. I kind of want to go with Sexy Mexi, being John Castanda. But he did lose to Daniel Marcos. Before that, he beat King. I don't know, man. Actually, I don't know. I just look at the dimensions sometimes, and it kind of gets me in a...
Yeah, no, same.
I don't know, though. This is... I think Chris Gutierrez, actually. Yeah, he beat Lee Kwang, and he's coming off of that win. I'm going to go with a Chris Gutierrez decision.
Decision, yeah.
That's what I think.
I think we're going to see another decision either way.
Yeah?
But I'll go with the Sexy Mexi.
Oh, yes.
I like the reach advantage.
Sexy Mexi for John Castanda. I like it. Evan Elder versus Gage Young. I mean, I know jack about some of these.
Not familiar with Young. I mean, he doesn't even have a photo here on ESPN.
I mean, all right, Gage
Making
Young.
his debut. Just signed with the promotion.
And then
short notice.
Short notice versus Evan Felder, who's coming off of a win versus Darius Flowers.
6 of his 9 wins have been by knockout.
This is for Gage?
For Gage. He's knocked out 4 dudes in the first round. Hasn't won a fight by decision since 2021.
It is short notice. And this is in the UFC. It's probably a different caliber of opponent. But what do you think? Do you think we should go with a Gage Young KO?
Yeah.
For his debut?
I think a sneaky KO.
Which round?
Let's go second round KO.
Second round, Gage Young KO. Lock it in, guys.
I think they're going to feel it out in the first round. And then
they're going to get into it.
Go.
All right, now I'm going to let you have
this
one. Now, the people's main event.
People's main event.
Matt Schnell versus Jimmy Flick.
Jimmy Flick.
Jimmy freaking Flick, dude.
I gotta go Matt Schnell. Knocking him out.
We're gonna go with Matt Schnell.
I'll never forget when he fought Sumu Darji.
Yep.
And looked like he was about to die.
Yes.
And then killed him.
I like Matt Schnell.
No, he's a vicious striker.
He is coming off of a submission loss to Cody Durden. But I mean, he's been around for a while. Matt Schnell has some good wins. Jimmy Flick is coming off of a decision lot to Nate Manass, and then he beat Malcolm Gordon. I really think that, we're going to go with Matt Schnell. Matt Schnell is going to win, and he's going to do it by way of, he hasn't won a fight, though, in, let's see how long. Yep, he hasn't won a fight in like 2 years.
since that one, eh?
Yeah, well, he lost to Cody Durden and then Steve Erceg. That was a bad knockout.
Mm-hmm. Royval.
Should we pick Matt Schnell to get back on the horse?
But I'm gonna get Matt Schnell back on the horse. Yeah.
Okay, fine. We're gonna go with Matt Schnell. You think he's gonna do it? I think he's gonna win a decision.
Okay.
Unanimous decision.
Unanimous decision.
Matt Schnell, unanimous decision, guys. Okay, now we get to the main card. Okay, main card. Woo!
Ikram Aliskerov
versus
Andre Muniz.
I think Ikram's coming off of that loss to Rob, right? Yeah. Whitaker.
Which is, that was a big step up.
On short notice, too, yeah.
So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one, I feel like.
Yeah, before that he was undefeated. With wins against Warley Alves and Phil Hawes, who are, I'm not sure if either of them are still in the UFC, but, that's okay. Ikram is a good fighter.
Ikram's a great fighter.
But he is going against Andre Muniz, who is a tough test, honestly. I think Paul Craig beat him. Mm-hmm. Was that? Andre Muniz beat Park Jun Yong. Yeah, Paul Craig beat him when he moved up. Or he went back down to middleweight or whatever. He was at middleweight. Yeah, Paul Craig beat him. That's not a good look. TKO'd him too. That was 2 years ago. Beat Park John Young. And then had a canceled bout with Ikram. Now he's fighting him. What do you think?
He's had a ton of canceled bouts.
Tons.
Ikram. Supposed to face Costa at that one point.
I
mean, it's tough because he beat Phil Hawes, right? Or Hayes. But that guy has no chin.
He doesn't have a chin at all.
So it's like, his only big test, I think, it was Whitaker.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a huge, huge step up.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I want to go with Andre Muniz for some reason.
I'm gonna go Ikram.
You're gonna, I'm gonna go with Ikram too. I want to go with Andre, but my brain, we're gonna go with Ikram. Yeah. How do you think? Decision?
Yeah.
I think a decision.
He grinds out a decision.
Yeah, lots of takedowns, lots of control, lots of boring clinch work. Ikram, 29-28.
Mix in some striking.
Yeah.
Fool him up.
Okay.
Take him, yeah.
Okay, we're going to go with Ikram.
Ikram by unanimous
decision. All right, we got Randy Brown versus Nicholas Dalby. Randy Brown's coming off of a very, very close decision with Brian Battle, who a lot of people thought that he won that fight.
I like Battle. I think Battle's a great fighter.
He is. That was a bit of an underwhelming performance, but Randy Brown's very talented. It feels like I really like him. He is a very good fighter. Nicholas Dalby is coming off of a loss to Renap. To be fair, that was a really close decision, and I think that also took place in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah,
which is going to sway the judges a little bit. I want to go with Randy Brown for this one. I really like Randy Brown. He's coming off of a very close decision where he could have arguably won. And I mean,
when you look at it, Dalby's significantly older.
He's 40.
I mean, they're both old.
Yeah,
he's 40 years old. You're down in the reach again, way down in the height.
He's gonna get outpointed.
Yeah,
lose a decision.
Yeah, another decision on the card.
Another decision. Hopefully we're wrong and there's some more KOs, but I foresee this being a bit of a decision fest. This next one, however, Michel Pereira and Abus Magomedov. I mean, Michel Pereira is coming off of a loss, I think, to Anthony Hernandez.
Yeah.
So fluffy. That was I mean, Michel Pereira is very erratic. This is at middleweight. He sometimes fights at 170. Abus Magomedov is coming off of a win versus, what's his name? Bruno Ferreira.
Subbed him.
Subbed him, which was crazy.
But his loss to, like, any top guy.
Lost
to Strickland.
Beat freaking Warley Alves. Yeah. I mean, also he was there was times in that fight, that Bruno Ferreira fight, where Bruno could have finished Abus Magomedov and he just kind of chose not to.
Yeah.
And then Magomedov kind of worked his way back.
Always bugs me.
Very much.
You got to get your foot on the gas there. I'm going to go Pereira, though.
I really want to go with Michel Pereira, too. I think, like, Abus Mag, I just don't see it for him.
No.
I mean, I think Michel Pereira is going to catch him. Although the thing is he's stupid, though, Michel Pereira. He does really erratic stuff. So what if he just gets takedown and wrestle fucked? That could happen.
It's so possible.
I don't want to pick that, though. The reach is crazy for Abus Magomedov, though. 198 centimeters to 185 for Michel Pereira.
Wow, yeah.
I'm still going to go with Michel Pereira.
I think he gets back in the win column.
I think he gets back in the win column, and he puts Abus to bed in the second round.
He just can't get wrestle fucked.
No, he has to throw it.
That's Abus's only path to victory, I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Wrestle fucking him to a decision.
If that doesn't happen, Michel Pereira knockout.
Yeah.
What round do you think?
I'll go second round again. I'll go third round.
Third round.
Because I think he will get wrestle fucked for a bit.
And then KO him?
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, we move on. Giga Chikadze versus David Onama.
Another exciting one.
We haven't seen Giga fight in a while, actually,
No,
right?
he's struggled a lot with injuries.
And that fight versus Arnold Allen, that was a good fight.
Yeah. And Qatar, decision loss. Before that,
Beat Alex Kakaris. He has not. He's not fought a lot. Yeah, these injuries are really.
it's funny because the featherweight division is such a mess at the top, but it's really deep.
It is very deep. There's a lot of guys who are just waiting to break in. I mean,
I feel like Giga's time has passed him though. Like you combine the age with the injuries, you look at the losses to top guys in Allen, Qatar.
I am in the same boat as
Yeah.
you. I think he loses this fight to David Onama.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's going to be a knockout. We keep just going decision, but I think this is going to be a decision. I genuinely do.
It does just feel like one of those cards though.
Yeah, it
There's
does
gonna
feel
be
like one of
a
those
lot
cards.
Decisions.
Do you want to go with the decision for David Onama?
Yeah, and UD.
Unanimous decision, David Onama. Why is this a co-main event? I don't know, because we all know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Anthony Lionheart Smith has his retirement fight against Zhang Min Yang.
Feels like he could have retired 3 fights ago.
Yes, he should have. Absolutely. Anthony Smith is coming off of a brutal loss to Dominic Reyes. We obviously do feel bad for Anthony Smith because he lost a close friend before that fight. But Anthony Smith has kind of just been barely holding on. I think the UFC has kind of let him stick around
Out of
because,
respect.
especially for not taking that title from John Jones when he got kneed in the ground, not just calling
It
it.
gets you a lot of goodwill.
It
with
does.
Dana.
So they've kept him around.
But it's like, how motivated is he even going to be? Like knowing that he's just retiring after, anyways.
I'm not a huge fan of his. He left the Michael Bisping podcast and stuff. Like he's very he likes to do stuff that basically affirms his own beliefs.
Yeah,
and he
he's
can't.
a little whiny.
He is a little whiny, and I don't like a lot of the stuff that he says. Obviously, he's a UFC fighter, and you got to give him his flowers. But fuck me, man.
I think this is one of those situations though where they're trying to give Ming Yang here somewhat of a name.
I know.
A recognizable guy.
Yeah.
And you're just setting him up to, I think he gets knocked out.
I think
Lionheart's.
Is he even in the rankings anymore?
There's no way.
Is he ranked number 14 or something? I swear.
3 days later.
15.
Anthony Smith is
They're throwing him a bone with that 15.
They're throwing him a bone,
No,
man.
I feel bad for him because this is a setup.
This is a setup. Yeah, we all know where this is going, guys. Zhang Min Yang is going to knock him out.
He
He's
has
a
the
knockout.
power.
Yeah.
He's finished a lot of guys before.
That's what's going to happen. This is not the matchup that you pick for an Anthony Smith. You should have given him Paul Craig
Yeah.
at 205 or I don't know.
They like him, but they don't like him that much.
No, clearly not. When I saw this matchup get announced, which was a while ago, I was like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much to talk about here, man.
I'm not sure why this is the co-main.
A young power puncher versus a guy on his way out who doesn't do well with guys who, stay on the gas and punch him in the face. So I think Zhang Min Yang is going to win a knockout.
I hope they throw Smith the bag to commentate or something because this is a dirty, dirty setup.
Yes, it's a dirty setup. That's what happens when you leave Michael Bisping high and dry.
10-year age difference.
10-year age difference. Not much of a reach or height difference, but, yeah. Zhang Min Yang, knockout. I think the first round.
First round, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going first round.
I don't think this goes long.
Nope. First round.
I'm not even sure if this is going to go, half of the first round.
Minute and 50. Zhang Min Yang takes his head off.
Should we predict an exact time? You saying a minute 50?
That'd be crazy. A minute 47, guys.
Minute 47.
Zhang Min Yang is knocking out Anthony Smith. We go to the main event.
The main event.
Ian Machado.
This could go in a number of directions.
I agree. I think, late notice, Ian Machado steps in. Big respect for him to do that.
Mm-hmm. As we said, love guys who are game.
Love guys who are game. That Ian is. Carlos Prates, big cigarette smoker.
Oh, yeah. I love when he said they don't let him smoke in the arena, obviously, so he'll just kill a pack
So funny.
outside before getting in.
That's why I worry a bit, because
it's
we're
like,
about to see him go 5 rounds.
Like, what's the cardio like with those lungs, brother?
We haven't seen, I mean, yeah, we've seen, like, nothing's gone to a 3rd round with him in the UFC. So it's like, he beat Li Jingliang, Neil Magny's his last win, Trevin Giles, Charles Radke with that freaking body, that knee to the body. I mean, like, these are all way worse
It's all
guys.
round 1, round 2, round 1, round 2. Like,
I genuinely don't see Carlos Prates winning this fight. I think a lot of people do, and they see him maybe knocking out Ian Garry or something. I just don't.
It has to be early. It has to be in like the first 2 rounds, maybe 3.
Yeah.
You got to catch him with a big shot.
I think he's just not going to be there for it.
What worries me too is he has the fucking big reach advantage.
Huge.
So he can definitely catch him. But yeah, Ian, he needs to stay on the outside and just control things.
Oh my god, yeah. Carlos does
straight
have quite the reach advantage.
The reach and the power really scare me though.
That's the thing
That's
about
why
it.
I think it could. I mean, again, pretty much another pick 'em with the Vegas odds.
Which I kind of agree with. It's just like Ian's fighting so down in the rankings. It's like, you got to give him respect for fighting such a dangerous guy who hasn't proven himself against a top guy. But I mean, it's kind of like a wild card. It's like there's a lot of things that could happen here.
I think if it gets into the 4th or 5th, and he could start gassing, and Ian will just control it.
That's kind of what I see. I see a decision. I see Carlos landing some stuff. I just don't see.
Dana's not going to be happy because if Ian wins, I think you're right. It's going to be a decision.
Yeah.
It's going to be really technical.
Yeah. I really foresee that. Like, I mean, Prates can just get him out of there, and like, I don't think Ian just doesn't have that knockout. Like, he's knocked out some people, but like
but he doesn't have crazy.
He doesn't have crazy power.
He's not known for that. He's not that guy.
I swear to God, he's gonna stay on the outside. He's gonna move around the octagon. He's gonna outpoint this guy. I genuinely think that's what's gonna happen.
But this is a fight to me where it's like, it could either be one of the fights of the year,
or just a snooze.
a snoozer. Yeah, and unfortunately, I feel like that's the vibe of this card. I'm going to go Garry by decision. Easy, unanimous decision.
I agree. Easy, unanimous
I think unless
decision.
he gets caught, he's going to 50-45 him.
Yep, I agree. I think it's going to be technical. Prates is going to be gasping for air.
Especially on short notice. I don't see you taking many big risks.
Yeah.
You'll play it safe.
Yeah.
Just control the fight.
Just control the fight. Get back in the win column. Yeah, I really do see that for Ian Garry. I don't see Carlos winning this fight.
No. But I'd be thrilled if we get shocked and get one big knockout.
It wouldn't be good for our picks, but I agree with you, man.
Yeah.
If it happens, that's great for the UFC, and like I think it would be a spectacle to see Ian Garry.
He's also a character. The smoking, like, we need that in the UFC right now.
We need that as our champion, as a role model for the 170-pound division.
For the children.
For the children. If he beats him, though, he gets ranked number 7th, and then he's probably one fight away from a title shot.
Yeah, which is crazy.
To think about. There's a lot riding on this card for a lot of people. I guess that's it for the card.
That's the card.
That's the card.
Didn't predict a thrilling one, but...
No. I mean, hopefully we're wrong, I guess, but I think we might be more right than wrong.
Meant to be right.
Yeah. Well, guys, this was my first guest appearance from Harrison. We'll definitely be getting... Yes, sir. Pleasure. Pleasure's all mine. We're definitely going to be getting him on the pod a lot more. And yeah, guys, hope you're having a great week. Basement Breakdown out.